Hey writers, welcome back for another lesson of your opinion writing unit. Today we're doing a little drafting, and today's all about gathering evidence to support your opinion. Now, you all put a lot of thought and you did a lot of research about the thing you're writing about, right? You have passion for it, you really have things to say. But sometimes we need to go back to our notes from our research, and other times we need to look up some new facts that fit in with our writing. So I'm going to show you what that means. Today I'm going to be drafting my third paragraph, which is my third reason that I think Greta Thunberg is an inspiring person, which is she's a mental health advocate. Something I know from my research, which is in my reader's notebook, is that she has autism. She's very open about that. She sees it as like a superpower because she said if she didn't have autism, she wouldn't be so detail orientated and like care so much about these little things about climate change that will add up to a big thing. So, and she also speaks out and like says, hey, I have this and it's okay. It's not really a big deal. It actually is helpful to me. So that is one of the reasons I included it in my thesis statement. It's one of the reasons why I think she's an inspiring person. So now I want to write long about that. I'm going to use my notes from my reader's notebook. And as I'm writing, I'm also going to think about anything else I might need to do some research for. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I do that now. Okay, so here I have my drafting paper. I have reason 3. She is a mental health advocate across the top. That's what my third paragraph is going to be all about. I have my reader's notebook, which I took notes about when I read this story about Greta Thunberg, so it has some facts. I also have the book that I read for some research. Where is it? There it is. There's her chapter. So I have these things to help support my evidence about how she is a mental health advocate. So before I even start drafting, I want to revisit some of these things. I want to find facts that go with my reason, which is she's a mental health advocate. So I don't think she did in this book, it said that when she was 11, she got really sad and sick. She got like depressed because she felt hopeless. And that kind of inspired her to fight climate change. So that's a fact I'm going to include in my writing. I'm just going to highlight it so I remember. Okay. Don't think there's anything here. Nope. But I just want to kind of browse through this chapter again. Here's that part about where she felt depressed. And that's when she learned she had Asperger's syndrome, which means she has a different way of seeing the world compared to most people. So that's probably something I should include it as well. Then there's a lot about her protests, skipping school, all these things. Okay. I think that was it. Oh, here, this one. And she believes that rather than being something she would want to change, her Asperger's syndrome has actually helped her activism. It has allowed her to see problems clearly and meant she was happy to begin her strike on her own. So these are some things, I can't highlight this in the book, but these are some things that I want to include, these facts from my research in my writing. So let me do that now. Okay, so now I want to add in this bit that I wrote in my notes. So I'm going to take it, because I wrote this is my own writing. I can take it right from here and write it into my piece. Now I want to add in some of the facts from the reading, which something here, she believes that rather than being something she would change, her Asperger's syndrome has actually helped her advocate. Oh, I am having trouble reading. And she believes that rather than being something she would want to change, her Asperger's syndrome has actually helped her activism. It has allowed her to see her problems clearly and meant she was happy to begin her strike alone. So I'm going to include some of those facts. Okay, so I have this full page of writing that comes from my own thoughts, but also comes from some of the evidence I collected when I was reading. So some stuff from my reader's notebook, and also some stuff from the book that I was reading to do my research, Earth Heroes. So let me read it out. Greta Thunberg is a mental health advocate. That means she is open about her struggles with depression and about her diagnosis of Asperger's syndrome, a type of autism. Because she is so open and honest, it allows other people who are dealing with those issues to not feel ashamed. When she was 11 years old, Greta became very sad and sick. She felt hopeless. She was depressed. Around the same time, she was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome. Greta does not want to change herself. She does not want to be a person who doesn't have autism. She sees her autism as a positive. She feels it helps her activism and her fight against climate change. All right, pretty good. So you, as you go off now to do some drafting, think about the research you've already done about your person or thing or whatever your opinion is, and gather those things, have a look through them, think about what you want to include, what relates to your reason from your thesis, right? We want to keep this organized. And then start drafting. Okay, let me know if you have any questions. Have fun, everyone.